Everybody, I broke my favorite fly rod. Ah! I was up in Alaska and a series of poor decisions, unlucky events, and the power of the Kenai River resulted in the top section of my favorite rod coming off, floating down the river, never to be seen again. After the grief of the experience passed, I realized I need to get a new fly rod. When I started looking for a new rod, I got overwhelmed quickly, decision paralysis. There's just too much out there. I couldn't decide on what to pick. But fortunately, I found and read an article that offered a great tip to alleviate some of the uncertainty and help me to find the right fly rod for me. To put that tip into action, I needed the help of a fly shop. So I called my local fly shop, AZ Fly Shop, and they were happy to help and sponsor this video. I'm gonna head to the shop. I'll see y'all there. All right, we are here, AZ Fly Shop, the friendliest fly shop in the world. We're gonna go inside, meet with my friend, Chris Rich. He's gonna give us some tips about entering the world of fly shops, and then I'll talk to you guys specifically about a tip if you're looking to buy a new fly rod like I am. Here we go, guys. My friend Chris Rich, owner of AZ Fly Shop. Chris, a lot of my audience are new to fly fishing and they feel pretty intimidated about coming to a fly shop. Can you share a few tips with the audience about making the experience of coming to a fly shop a little better for people who are new to it?
You know, first thing I would say is if you're feeling pressured, you're probably in the wrong place. Something I would think about, you're looking to make a purchase, you're looking to get into the world of fly fishing, first thing I would be thinking about is where are you gonna spend most of your time fishing? What kind of fish are you gonna be chasing after? If you have an idea where that is, that's a good place to start. The other thing, I'd be clear on what is your budget that you want to spend to get into the world of fly fishing. The other thing I would consider is what kind of a warranty and customer service does that company have? Something is more than likely eventually going to happen to that fly rod. You're outdoors, you're chasing fish, it's going to get banged around, it might get broken. We have that happen all the time. Warranty, customer service is a key part of making that purchase.
All right, so that brings us to why I am here at AZ Fly Shop today. As I discussed in the intro, when I was up in Alaska, I lost the top section of my favorite fly rod. I found 3 or 4 fly rods that fit my budget and seemed similar to the style of rod that I most recently broke. And Chris brought up the idea that his fly shop, as well as many other fly shops, will allow you to go in and test the fly rods before you buy them. So that's my tip for this video. If you're looking to buy a new fly rod, if at all possible, get into a fly shop and ask if you can test them out. Put a reel on them, go to a local park, and start to cast them. Make the decision based on how it feels.
You know, I get people all the time, they want to read rod reviews, they do a lot of research, they Google. I do the same thing. Folks, when you're looking at a rod review, you're listening to someone else's opinion about what that rod feels like in their arm. They got a different casting stroke, they have different muscle structure. It's not going to feel like that in your hand. You got to put the rod in your hand and you got to cast it. What I recommend is you cast several rods, one, then the next one, then the next one. That's when you're really going to tell the difference in the fly rods.
All right, Chris and I are going to go out with 5 fly rods. I'm going to test them out. I'm going to spare you guys that footage, but when I pick out my fly rod, I'll see you guys back out on the canal. I'll let you know which one I chose, catch a fish on it. See you guys in a second. All right, y'all, I made my decision. I ended up testing the 5 rods that I had in mind, and Chris added 5 more for me to test out. And fortunately he did, because out of the 10 rods, I ended up picking one that wasn't on my radar. I hadn't researched or seen it before. It's a Douglas DXF2. I'm not recommending that you guys buy this particular rod, but for me, it felt the best in my hands. It felt the best for my casting stroke. Honestly, it feels very similar to me as the rod that I lost the top section of. So that's why I picked this one out of the 10 that I tested. So it felt good in my hands, it casted well, but today I need to see how it handles the fish that I commonly go after, carp and largemouth bass. Stay tuned. Fish on, guys. Holy cow. First fish on this fly rod, a nice common carp. Got him feeding on the side. That is awesome. Actually got a bass fly on right now, smaller bass fly, and then I saw this fairly sized common carp feeding on the side and was like, oh yeah, he'll eat this. Oh, that's awesome. That is cool. All right, got to get this one down to a ladder. This will be an awesome fish to break in this rod. This rod is feeling really good right now as far as the power. I was guessing my first fish would probably be a grass carp. If not that, then a bass. Was not expecting it to be a common carp. This one is definitely putting a bend in the rod. It'll make this this 8-weight work, but what a good test for the first catch. Oh, that is a clean eat too. That is awesome. He went right for it. All right, I'm down at this ladder right now. Got 10-pound test on the end of this line. Normally I have 8-pound test on when I'm out here, especially fishing for grass carp. I like the lighter line so they don't spook as easily, but I am very happy that I have a little bit stronger line on. I'm gonna test the pulling power of this rod today, see if we can pull this carp up. And honestly, it feels a little bit stronger than the rod that I previously had, the one where I lost the top section. Feels like it just has a little bit more pulling power. Oh, what a cool fish to start it off, y'all. Yes. It's a strong guy. Don't want him to break me off. These common carp are tough fish. This one's got some shoulders on it. Beautiful fish. Putting a bend in the new rod. Love to see that. I couldn't have asked for a better fish to break this rod in with. Awesome. Oh yeah, nice. Nice fish, y'all. I'm really happy actually that I have this bass fly on because the hook is super strong. So, oh my goodness, yeah, that's a good fish, y'all. Oh, what a fish to break in the new rod with. A big, fat, common carp. Wow. Trying to hold them and show the camera. There is that big old bass fly in there. Sweet, y'all. Wow. What a fish to start us out. All right, y'all, got this guy unhooked. Looks like he's ready to go. Just need him to back out of the net here. What an awesome fish. Yep, he's getting ready here. There he goes, y'all. Down to the depths. Fish on, guys. Nice bass. All right, second fish on the rod here. A nice largemouth. That's not a bad bass. All right, let's get the line here. Let's get this bass up to us. Oh, he slammed that fly. Let me show you guys here. Oh man, he hammered that fly. Nice little bass right there. Sweet. Awesome second catch to break in the fly rod. Thank you, buddy. There he goes. Nice, everybody. What a way to break in the new fly rod. An awesome big common carp for the first fish on it, and then a sweet largemouth bass, two of my favorite species of fish to go after. I'm really happy with the rod I chose for what I do, but this video is not about me recommending a specific rod. It's about you testing rods and finding the right rod for you, for what waters you fish and for what species you go after. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for joining me, Kevin Rapp Cook Fishing. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.